Well, thank you very much. I really believe that assessing wages, understanding how wages are going to evolve, whether it will evolve moderately, whether it will evolve sharply, is a factor of the labour market. If you have a labour market where the supply of labour is rarefied as a result of the fact that there is less working population, then we have to take that into account because it will impact inflation. You will remember from many discussions that we had in the past, services was a dominant factor in core inflation in particular. And services is predominantly fueled by wages. It's a labour-intensive activity, much more so than the production of goods. But in services, labour-intensive, labour matters, wages matters. So we have to anticipate that. We have to try to take into account where wages are heading, because it does have an impact on services and the price of services. So when we see, if you look at the work and the studies done by Madame Goldin, for instance, who has recently been attributed Nobel Prize in Economy, if you look at her work on the replacement of the working population and the decline of the fertility rate around the world, but in particular in advanced economies, you have to worry about how the labour factor is going to impact wages, which itself will determine the price of services, which is critically important for inflation purposes. Now, why do I explain all that? It's to tell you why we believe that the tense labour market, because of the rarity of the supply of labour, is something that we need to look into. And yes, we do study that and we do publish on these matters, but in so much, not because we want to say to propagate, support and advocate immigration, but simply because we look at what is there and we see that between the aging of population and the diminution of the working population, something needs to give, if I may say. Now, artificial intelligence might be part of the answer, robotization might be part of the answer, but it probably will not be sufficient in order to reduce the rarefication that we see. Thank you.
C'est bon, Monsieur Papier.
Are you happy with that? Just one more thing. I see what you're saying. You're highlighting that this is a problem. Indeed. We're seeing these aging populations in our countries. But if people are having children, it could also be tied in with trust, or whether or not they're having children, to do with trust they have and social support, etc. So it doesn't have to be others. It's a choice we're making. And it's not just a financial choice, it's also a philosophical one. And that might be what's somewhat hard to swallow. We're not thinking, or we shouldn't be thinking just within a financial framework.
All of that is your assessment and very correct in many ways. The problem we have as economists is that we have to look at temporality. And if you have babies now, they will hit the labour market in 20 years' time. And what we see at the moment is shortages that will last for a certain period of time. And we have to find the remedies now in those 20 years' time. Thank you.
Thank you. For Renew, Stéphanie Oncourtin.